So let's start, friends. You all know that there are three types of degrees: positive degree, comparative degree, and superlative degree. So while we change an adjective, basically we change an adjective. So when we change it, it shows the intensity, how higher it is. Okay. So talking about positive degree, we will see that it shows the adjective in its simplest form. The adjective in its simplest form, or we can say that it is in original form. Her dress is beautiful. Look at this adjective. So this adjective will be continued in these two other forms. There are two other types to write down positive degree. Look, one will start with no other. No other dress is as beautiful as her dress. So the sentence starts with no other, and here the dress is compared to any other dress of any other girl. Next, very few. The sentence begins with very few, and here her dress is compared with most other dresses. So the sentence begins with very few, and you can recognize that it is in positive degree because the adjective has not been changed. It is in its original form. Now let's see the comparative degree. Comparative degree, this is used to compare one thing to another or one thing to many others, right? One thing is compared to some other thing, means the comparison between two things may be there, or comparison between one thing and many other things. So here are three types of sentence you will find for comparative degree. Okay, so English is easier than French. English is easier than. See, this er is added. If this sentence would be in positive degree, we would have written easy, right? The adjective will be easy, but it has been added with er. So English is easier than French. Two things are compared together. Here two things are compared together by saying that English is easier. English is easier than French. Next, again the second type of this sentence, comparative degree, is English is easier than, see the adjective, you will find easier than any other. This will be added by our own, than any other language. So English is easier than any other language. You will recognize the sentence that it is in comparative by seeing these words than any other. And the most important symbol is that you will find the word, the adjective as easier. Next is English is. See, in the second sentence, English is compared to any other language. Now here is English is being compared with many other languages or most other languages. So English is easier. Again, the adjective is same, easier than most other languages in the world. So after observing these three sentences, you will find comparative degree either this form or this or this, right? So English is easier than French, means two things are comparing together. English is easier than any other language. English is compared to any other language. Then English is compared to many other languages in the world. So what did you understand? You just remember that it is easier. The adjective is important, easier. Now we will see superlative degree. Okay. This shows, see the superlative degree. This shows the highest and lowest degree of an adjective. Highest and lowest degree of an adjective. Look, Ram is the tallest boy in the class. Ram is the tallest boy in the class. This the will come always with this superlative degree word. Ram is one of the. This is one other type of sentence where we write down the sentence in superlative degree. We use the adjective in superlative degree. Ram is one of the tallest boy in the class. Right. And next is she is the laziest girl in the group. Okay, these two types are there. You will find superlative degree sentence in these two types. Either it will be the tallest boy. Okay, if you can see that it would be the tallest boy, or it could be one of the tallest boy. It would be one of the tallest boy. See, what is the difference? I would like to mention here the difference between these two sentences. Look here, suppose this yellow t-shirt child, we call him Ram. So we will say that Ram is the tallest boy in the class. Means out of these three, Ram is the tallest. Okay. But in this picture aside, see, this one, then this one, and this one. All these four people are approximately of same height. They are of same height. So we can say that suppose we call this person as Ram. Okay. So we will say that Ram is one of the, means four are tallest, and Ram is one of the tallest boy out of this all. So you understood the difference? Here Ram is the tallest, means his height is the, means he is the highest person, tallest person in his class. And here four are of his height, same height. So he would be one of the tallest. Okay, you understood superlative degree. The sentence we will find in two types. Either it would be the tallest or it would be one of the tallest. So here are some rules that we will see how to change positive degree adjective into comparative and superlative. See, comparatives are formed by adding er or more to the adjective. Whichever the adjective is given, we add er or more to that adjective. For example, high, higher, highest, near, nearer, nearest, beautiful, more beautiful, and most beautiful. So this er is added, right? And when it is uh, yes, when it is the big one, the word is very big one, not monosyllabic or disyllabics. More syllables are there, then it would be added with more. So high, higher, highest, higher, nearer, and more beautiful are the comparatives. Superlatives, how do we form superlatives? Superlatives are formed by adding est or most to the adjectives. Here, look here, smart, smarter, smartest. Est is added here, right? Big, bigger, biggest. Yes. And beautiful, more beautiful, and most beautiful. Beautiful, more beautiful, and most beautiful. So in these examples, see, est is added over here and most is added over here. So these are the superlatives, right? What are the rules for this? We are going to see next. Next, we are going to discuss the type. There are three types uh, in which we compare the things with another thing, right? Here first we will see the superlative degree. Now you all understand that this is superlative degree word. Yes, the adjective is in superlative degree. Ram is the tallest boy in the class, right? Now while changing it into comparative, we will begin the sentence as it is and we will say that Ram is taller than any other. These three words we are going to add by our own. Ram is taller than any other boy in the class. So he is compared to any other boy in the class. No other. Yes, as we have seen, the positive degree here will start with no other boy is as tall as Ram in the class. So why did we use no other? Why didn't we use very few? Because it is only the tallest boy, not one of the tallest boy. When one of the tallest boy will be there, we will use very few here for beginning the positive degree. Next sentence, lily is the most delicate flower, right? So it is superlative degree. Lily is more delicate than any other flower. Yes, we began the sentence as it is and we say that lily is more. Instead of most, we use more for showing the comparative degree. More delicate and these three words than any other flower. No other flower. For positive degree, we start with no other flower is as delicate as lily. As delicate as lily. Next is Ganga is the longest river in India. The longest. Here, remember, my dear friends, the is the symbol that shows that the sentence is in superlative degree. Ganga is longer than any other river in India. Longer. This is longer comparative degree than any other river in India. Next for positive degree, no other river is as long as Ganga. As long as will show that it is in positive degree. Let's see the type second. You remember that tallest and one of the tallest. Now here are the sentences coming as the superlative degree has this one of the longest. No doubt this adjective would be added with est or most, right? But it is added one more word, two more word, that is one of the, right? So Ganga is one of the longest river in the world. It is a superlative degree. Now we will make it comparative by with the same method. Only the difference is here. You will find that only the difference is here. Ganga is longer than. Ganga is longer than most other rivers. Here you will find plural form of this common noun. So most other. What did we say in the first type? Any other, than any other. We had said that any other. Now we will say than most other rivers in the world. And for making positive, we will add very few. We will add very few. Very few rivers. Against this, remember, because it is being compared to many other, most other rivers. So very few rivers are as long as Ganga in the world. So what is the difference between the first type and second? First type was tallest. Second type is of one of the tallest, right? So in the first type, we had used than any other here in comparative degree, and we started positive degree with no other. Okay, but here in the second type where one of the is added, we have added most other and very few in the positive. India is one of the most powerful country in the world. Again, India is compared to many other countries in the world. So, most powerful is the adjective and it is in superlative degree. India is one of the most powerful country in the world. So, it is superlative degree. India is more powerful. India is more powerful than most other. What is the change? That most other countries in the world. Next, for making it positive, we added very few countries. Means instead of no other, we will say very few countries are as powerful as India in the world. Very few countries are as powerful as India in the world. So this is the second type where we change in comparative and positive degrees the sentence of superlative, which is with compared with many other. No, one thing is compared to many other by adding one of the. Now here is the third type where only two characters, two objects are compared to each other. Here is English is compared to French. English is easier than. Yes, easier is showing comparison, comparative degree and easier than French. So while making it positive, the sentence will change into negative, right? It will be negative. French is not as easy as English. The place will be changed, no, and it will be negative. So we will call it as French is not as easy as English. Yes, it is notable that for this type there is no superlative degree because we do have only two characters, and for this superlative degree we need three characters minimum for showing good, better, best, easy, easier, easiest. No, so here are only two, so they could be compared only or could be said in positive degree. Second sentence, Ram is smarter than Sham. Look, smarter is comparative degree, and we will say that Sham is not as smart as Ram. Sham is not as smart as Ram will be the positive degree. Next, Doraemon is more interesting than Augie. Doraemon is more interesting than Augie. Augie is not as interesting as Doraemon. So it will change. They will change the places, and the sentence will become negative. So here are some words, some adjectives I have given. I'll just read it out. You can read it by yourself. Okay. See, sweet, sweeter, sweetest, small, smaller, smallest, tall, taller, tallest, bold, bolder, boldest, clever, cleverer, cleverest, kind, kinder, kindest, young, younger, youngest, great, greater, greatest. Now here are some rules we are going to see very rapidly. Look, when the adjective ends with E, adjective ends with E, we just add for comparative degree R only. We will add R, sorry, the only R, okay. And for superlative degree, we will add ST. Okay, look, brave, braver, bravest, fine, finer, finest, white, whiter, whitest, large, larger, largest, able, abler, ablest, noble, nobler, noblest, wise, wiser, wisest. Next, we have the adjectives which end with y. So this y will change into I in comparative and superlative, and then we will add er or est. So happy, happier, happiest, easy, easier, easiest, heavy, heavier, heaviest, merry, merrier, merriest, wealthy, wealthier, wealthiest. Next rule about this is if the adjective is monosyllabic, means one syllable. One syllable means having one vowel sound only. Red, no? Red, big, only one vowel sound is there. Hot, thin, sad, fat. So in these words, they are called as monosyllabic word, and in such monosyllabic word, while making comparative, the last syllable is last consonant is doubled. Last consonant is doubled. See, red, redder, reddest, big, bigger, biggest, hot, hotter, hottest, thin, thinner, thinnest, sad, sadder, saddest, fat, fatter, fattest. Yes, now for this rule, yes, we are seeing that these are big words in a very simple language. I must say that these are very big words. Big word means they are having more than two syllables. So this kind of words, for making comparative, we will add more, and for making superlative, we will add most. So splendid, more splendid, most splendid, beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful, difficult, more difficult, most difficult, industrious, more industrious, most industrious, courageous, more courageous, most courageous, learned, more learned, most learned, proper, more proper, and most proper. Okay, some other examples are here which are irregular. Just for information, I have just collected it. Look, good or well will be there in positive degree. Good, better, best. Always we know that good, better, best, but very less of us know well as a positive. Suppose in any sentence you will find well. So understand that for comparative and superlative you are going to use better and best. Similarly here, bad, evil, and ill. All three these three words will be in positive, and comparative will be worse and worst. Little, less, lesser, and least. Much, more, most. Many, more, most. See, it is shown the difference. When we use as a quantity, then we will use much. And for number, we will use more. Many. Late, later, later. and latest or last. Old, older, oldest, old, elder, eldest. Here this first old comes for the things. When we talk about the things, we will say that the old thing, older things. When we talk about the persons, we will say elder or eldest, right? Next, far, farther, farthest, for, former, foremost and first, for, further, furthest, in, inner, innermost or innermost, inmost and innermost. Sorry, this is inmost and innermost, up, upper, upmost and uppermost, out, outer or utter, and in superlative, utmost and uttermost. Okay, so these are some examples which are not regular. So just remember these words and try your level best. Hope that this video is useful to you. If you like, just like and share. Thank you so much.